What's going on? We back once again. We working. Just got done doing two live streams before this. One on my other channel. If you're interested in Detroit sports talk, Motor City sports talk, and now we just did the YouTube how to build your YouTube channel with the YouTube builder. You can check all those out on the YouTube builder playlist. And now we talk some NBA 101. I know I've been backed up on NBA 101s, man. This is my first one since I did it. Um, since the All Star break, so I'm getting them in. I've been more consistent on the hip hop 101s. So hopefully everybody enjoying the hip hop 101s, man. I'll be finding a way to get them on the podcast real soon. I'll have to find me another platform for the podcast. So bear with your boy. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, the Hellblaze, thehellblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow1Boxing get you 18% off their all natural products from lotion, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, deodorant, toothpaste, hair pomade, and much, much more. Head over there right now. Use that promo code website, promo code in description. And don't forget, we on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Also, emails in the description. You can DM me or can email me if you got any business questions, inquiries, sponsorships, or video requests and you just want to chop it up. In addition to that, check out our Facebook group and the Patreon. Got some good content on there, both tiers. One for boxing, one for food for thought and hood series. And shit, pretty much we working, man. So salute to everybody in the building. Let me know who I'm chopping it up with. I see a few people already in here. Another person already in here. Let's talk about the NBA 101. We got a whole playlist. I'm gonna be back active. I'm gonna do another one this weekend as well. I plan on the hip hop 101 this weekend. My birthday coming up, so I'm in the process of getting another car. Hopefully, I get my car back. I'll be working with two cars, but um, things might slow up, especially the week of Earl Spence Mikey. I might be jamming things in at the end of the week and, birthday outfit, getting liquor together, stuff of that nature. Fred Jackson, salute my brother. Let's talk about LeBron. Enough about me and what I got going on. But one thing I want to say, I do appreciate everybody supporting everything that I'm doing, man. I got some giveaways coming, and I got some apparel coming, new logo coming, new hoodies, new shirts coming at real good prices. I'm working on some great designs, so be on the lookout for that as well. But let's talk about LeBron James is officially not the best player in the league anymore. I believe it to be factual. Now, who the best player in the league? We had that for open conversation, but let's talk about it. At the end of the day, LeBron James is an excellent player. I respect everything that he does, but he getting older now. You know what I'm saying? He's improved his jump shot good enough. He improved, extended his range out to 3-pointer. But it really doesn't have much to do with the Los Angeles Lakers or him going out west. Obviously, it was like mixing a bleach with ammonia with putting LeBron on his team with these young players. I think that they have hard feelings that LeBron did move on, did want them to move on from the team. But you do have to get over them hard feelings, man. It's a business of being traded. Kuzma, I think it's the best fit I've ever seen somebody play with LeBron. I'll elaborate on that in a minute. Brandon Ingram has stepped his game up to being traded. Lonzo injured. Josh Hart, he didn't wilted. KCP didn't wilted away. So they faltering a little bit. JaVale McGee then came back down to earth after playing pretty much well. But it's more to do with LeBron James. He putting up the numbers and all this great stuff. His numbers are still good. But you can see he's losing a half a step. And you got some young guys that's really coming. You know what I'm saying? You got some young guys that's really coming. And you can't be the best player in the NBA in my eyes and you don't give any type of effort on the defensive end. At least we seen James Harden trying to close out on guys this year when he closed out on Kawhi Leonard and they edged him out. When he closed out and he tried to play defense in the Western Conference Finals last year. LeBron James is not trying to give no effort on the defensive end. He's lacking in the leadership qualities. And on the court, he can no longer play both sides of the ball and sustain his energy level. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. He's been playing in the NBA 82-game season or estimated around there since he was 18, 19 years old. That is expected for him to slow down. It's a badge of honor to be in what is 13th, 14th, 15th year, and you still in the top 5. You know how many players that came in with him that's done? Carmelo Anthony is done. Dwayne Wade is about to be done. Chris Bosh had to retire. Darko Milicic didn't make it. LeBron, to be even in the conversation as a top 5 player, and he in his 13, 14, 15 year, whatever it is, he about in this yeah, 13th, 14th year or something like that. To be in that conversation, you know what I'm saying, as a top 5 player, that's accomplishment in itself. But now, you got Giannis coming. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Durant, it's time for him to give him his mantle. Kevin Durant is a great player. But how long will Kevin Durant individually be the best player in the NBA? Because Giannis is coming. Kawhi Leonard is coming. Paul George is coming. James Harden is coming. Westbrook is there. Steph Curry's still there. It's a lot of great players out there. A ton of them. It's a ton of them that LeBron can't fight off forever. What James Harden doing is amazing. And he giving a better defensive effort than LeBron. I put James Harden as a better player than LeBron right now. Period. He carried his team on his back despite injuries. Chris Paul being out, Clint Capella being out, Eric Gordon was out tonight. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Say what you want to say. He's a better player than LeBron this year. So is Kevin Durant. And so is Paul George. All 4 of them this year have been better players than LeBron James and better players than Anthony Davis. Now, Anthony Davis, they're trying to hurt him and trying to hold him back. But we just talking about this year. But overall, Kevin Durant been putting fucking threes down LeBron's throat for the last couple years. It ain't got none. Injuries is part of the game. He's not the best player no more. He's not the best player no more. It just is what it is. He's not the best player in the league no more. How you be the best player? You don't give an effort on the defensive end of the court. He don't play defense. He don't lead his team. So at the end of the day, you're not defending or you're not leading your team. You're not the best. You giving up on your team. You trying to trade player. You're not the best. He's not playing better than Giannis. He's not playing than James Harden. He's not playing better than Kevin Durant. And he's not playing better than Steph Curry. What's going on? Is Ricky E in the building? He's not playing better than those guys right now. Right now, I can make a case and say Giannis is the best player. But based on clout and making deep playoff runs and winning championships, Kevin Durant got the mantle right now. You know what I'm saying? James Harden won championship away for being the best. At the end of the day, when LeBron James was in Miami, ain't one nobody saying, "Oh, LeBron James got 2 Hall of Famers, Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. He can't be the best player." Come on, I'm not using that as an excuse. When he was in Miami, y'all still was calling him the best player. He was ganging up on motherfuckers. Then he had Shane Battier, Mario Chalmers. They had a whole team over there. Birdman. At the end of the day, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, not 9, not that. He said that shit. You know why they didn't get all them championships? Because LeBron James was fucking choking. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James was choking. That's why it ain't work like Golden State. They were supposed to go 82-0 and sweep the playoffs. They weren't even more dominant than Kobe and Shaq. But you know why? Because it's difficult to play with LeBron James. That's why. It's difficult to play with LeBron James. LeBron James is not easy player to play with. Who worked with LeBron James like that? Who have you said, play with LeBron James and damn, he didn't compromise his game? Nobody. Only guy that worked with LeBron James is Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma is LeBron's best fit. Not Eric Snow, not Damon Jones, not Boobie Gibson, not Larry Hughes, not Dwayne Wade, not Chris Bosh, not Kyrie, not Kevin Love. It ain't his fault that Kevin Durant don't need the ball to be dominant. It ain't his fault that Kevin Durant will move the ball and don't fuck up the Golden State Warriors offense. Put LeBron on Golden State. That motherfucker don't play no defense. He'd be fucking up the ball flow. Had to change their whole offense. When the ball wouldn't move, that's the problem. LeBron truly don't make players better. He truly don't make nobody better. He complicates shit. Kyle Korver didn't even hit his shots. Then Boobie Gibson was a better fit than Kyle Korver. Kyle Kuzma is his best fit of all time. He's trying to trade the best fit of all time and trade everybody for Anthony Davis. And guess what? When Anthony Davis get there, y'all going to be crying and blaming him and saying Anthony Davis is overrated. Watch. When Anthony Davis get to LA, oh, he gonna be overrated. What's up, Andre? He said LeBron is ball dominant to the max. They love talking about Westbrook, but LeBron is by far the most ball dominant player in NBA history. Facts. If it look, people talking about Phil Jackson to come and save the Los Angeles Lakers. How? LeBron ain't gonna run no fucking triangle. Remember, Michael Jordan used to complain because then the triangle wouldn't work. And in the fourth quarter, Phil Jackson wanted him to save the team. He ball dominant. LeBron James don't fit in no offense. The offense got to be LeBron offense. He got to bring the ball up. He got to get the glory. But only time he get the ball up is when it's time, when the pressure is on. When it's in the final, oh, Kyrie hit the shot. Ray Allen, please hit the shot. That's the only time he got motherfuckers like Dwayne Wade and Kyrie Irving to say today. You know what I'm saying? And that's a fact. He don't let point guards be point guards. That's why Derek Fishers, the Damon Jones, the Boobie Gibsons of the world, the Mario Chalmers of the world, those are the perfect point guards for LeBron James. LeBron James is a point guard. He wants you to go 20 trips down the floor and you ain't touched the ball in 20 trips, but when he passes you the ball, he wants you to be ice cold and hit the jump shot. LeBron James, when he plays for stats, he dictates everything. He don't fit within the offense. And when David Blatt tried to fit him in the offense, he got David Blatt fired. He's not versatile like Kevin Durant. The reason why Durant went over to Golden State and it worked is because Kevin Durant not ball dominant. Kevin Durant can play without the ball. Kevin Durant can pass the ball and move on. Kevin Durant not trying to go out there and get a triple-double. They talk that shit about Russell Westbrook, but Russell Westbrook, like Andre saying, Kevin Durant, and LeBron James is on the same shit. Only difference between Westbrook and LeBron is Westbrook is not as physically imposing as LeBron. Booth Jr. salute. He sad to say, this is but LeBron at this juncture is a poor man's Westbrook. He the same thing as Westbrook now that his speed and dropped off. Other than the size advantage, that's only difference. If Westbrook was 6'9", 250, 260, same shit. J. Will salute. At the end of the day, the reason it worked for Kevin Durant is because the ball, he don't stop the ball from moving. The ball is able to flow from one player to the other. They able to do back up with LeBron James. LeBron James bringing that joker up the flow, and it's no ball movement. You know what I'm saying? It's basically LeBron get the ball, go to the hole, dish it out, you hit the shot. It's no Princeton offense style ball moving at the top of the key. It's no back cuts. It's nobody coming. It's not LeBron coming off a screen and catching the shooter. It's not LeBron posting up, clearing out the side of the floor, playing through the post. He has no offensive versatility. And Luke Walton would like to do some of those things, but we've seen it. When they forced LeBron to go to the post in the Miami-Dallas series, LeBron James wilted. He don't want to play through the post. LeBron don't want to play with the physicality. Mad Dog A salute. I wouldn't put James Harden in that category because James Harden will willingly get that ball up. James Harden will let Chris Paul run that offense. John Wall is in that category for sure, facts teller, man. But James Harden will get that joker up. James Harden will let Chris Paul do his thing. He let Eric Gordon do his thing. When Lewis Williams was over there, he let him do his. Another thing, the Rockets should have never got rid of Lewis Williams. The Rockets should have kept Lewis Williams and traded Eric Gordon. Lewis Williams is a dog. Lewis Williams is a dog, man. Lewis Williams is a dog. Shout out to Georgia's finest, Lewis Williams. He was the player of the year to Georgia. He came out of high school. Lewis Williams was a dog. Lewis Williams is the modern day Vinnie Johnson. He was on the Lakers too. Lewis Williams would go from 10 points to 50 points like that. He'd go from, you'd be like, damn, Lewis Williams had 5 points and a half. You look at the fourth quarter, that Joker got 40 points. Well, I mean, when you look at LeBron James, he can't have everything. So you have to lack somewhere. You have to have a weakness. And it's cool that he more playmaker than killer. He don't have to be a killer to be great. Larry Bird was a killer. Magic has some killer in him. Jordan has some killer in him. That's not the biggest problem about LeBron James is not being a killer. The biggest problem is he's not flexible in what he can do. LeBron James is not flexible to fit in the offense, and he's no longer at all a willing defender. LeBron want to get the ball, drive to the hole, get assists. He want to get rebounds and score a little bit. He don't want to fit in the offense. They don't want to put LeBron James in the post and post him up on a smaller defender. He work out the post. They don't want to put LeBron in a Princeton-style offense where they moving the ball top of the key. They want to put him on screens. They want to run the old Bobby Knight offense with motion and all that. Or they don't want to put him in. He don't even want to go in pick and rolls like he used to do in Cleveland. Him and Drew Gooden, him and Carlos Boozer early on. Ilgauskas in pick and rolls, coming off the pick and roll. Ilgauskas popping. Drew Gooden coming off the roll, banging out at the rim. LeBron James don't even get in the pick and roll situation no more. And that's sad. That's sad. Let me go in the comments. That's sad. Frederick say LeBron don't have the killer instinct. MJ, Gary Payton, heck, Hakeem. Rodney Jones, you can't say KD and LeBron is on the same level, though. It works for KD because he's on the best. It don't matter about the team. That's what people don't understand. It don't matter. LeBron was on the Miami Heat. They had 3 Hall of Famers. And they had Shane Battier and Mario Chalmers. The reason why they didn't win 4 straight championships is because LeBron James. Put LeBron on Golden State. They might not win. They probably won't win. Because he wants the ball. He wants to dictate everything. Kevin Durant fit perfectly in Golden State because he is versatile. He can play without the ball. He don't need to dominate the ball. Steph Curry can bring it up. Klay Thompson can bring it up. For hell, DeMarcus Cousins can bring it up. Draymond can bring it up. It don't matter. He don't need the ball. LeBron needs the ball. LeBron can't go to a team and fit in. No, LeBron got to change the coach. LeBron got to change the players. LeBron need this guy, that guy. No, LeBron James was in the position Kevin Durant was in first. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. He created the Miami Heat. They created that the year before he got there. Don't act like Chris Bosh was no top 15 player. He was. He probably would have been a top 10 player if he didn't play in Toronto. Don't act like Dwayne Wade still wasn't that guy. But when LeBron James come to your team, you got to take a step back seat. And them young dudes in LA, they're not willing to take a back seat. It's daytime now. And you trying to trade us? And I'm telling y'all, when y'all see it next year, y'all want to know why Paul George didn't come there. You want to know why Kawhi Leonard don't want to come there. You want to know why Kevin Durant don't want to come there. You probably want to know why Kyrie don't want to come back there. It's because it's like KD said, it's toxic. LeBron James wants to change everything. You got to change your game to play with LeBron James? Fuck up out of here. Did Steph Curry have to change his game when he played with LeBron, play with Kevin Durant? No. Did Klay Thompson change his game? Nobody compromised their game to that extent. They fit in. But did Dwayne Wade change his game when he played with LeBron? Did Chris Bosh become a 5 that did the dirty work and shot the 3? Same thing for Kevin Love. Kevin Love went from a 20-20 machine to barely getting 20 points with Cleveland because LeBron James kills big man's careers. He killed Kyrie's career. If Kyrie wasn't special, Kyrie would have wilted under the pressure there. Remember, he was fucking up Deion Waiters' career too. Deion Waiters had to get the fuck up out of there. And before he got injured a couple years ago, he was balling. He just earned a brand new contract. He not player friendly, bro. He not. And when David Blatt tried to change that offense, he got him fired. They don't want to say it, but playing with LeBron is hard. Andre said, I said the same fucking thing. How the fuck do you get rid of a nigga coming off the bench, dropping 25, 30, 35, 40 points? Man, like I said, I ain't get it. I ain't get it. Exactly. Kuzma's a great fit because Kuzma don't be playing. Kuzma from Flint. You know what I'm saying? LeBron ain't gonna do shit. Kuzma gonna play his game regardless. Kuzma is a great fit. Kuzma is the best fit I seen you play with LeBron since Carlos Boozer, since Drew Gooden, since Ilgauskas. Now they might not be big names, but they played good with LeBron. They didn't have to compromise their game. They game fit in the scope of LeBron James. That's how Carlos Boozer got that big contract in Utah. You know? That's how he got that big contract in Utah. You know? And people want to blame the players. They blame Kyrie. He ain't doing it. Kevin Love is his fault. Chris Bosh is his fault. Dwayne Wade is his fault. You know what I'm saying? Oh, now it's Kuzma, Lonzo, Luke Walton. Luke Walton, like, that's some bullshit. I already know what Luke Walton's saying. He said, that's some bullshit. Just give me my check, and I'll sit at home and get my check. And then y'all going to be sitting here. Kevin Durant going to move over to the Clippers or move to New York next year, and LeBron still going to be getting his ass whooped. LeBron still going to be getting his ass whooped. Y'all gonna be like, oh, Anthony Davis ain't nothing. He been injured the whole year. Anthony Davis he been injured the whole year. And I've been telling y'all, Anthony Davis is not that fucking good. How is Giannis doing that shit in Milwaukee? And he can't do nothing in New Orleans. And New Orleans got a squad. Alfred Payton, when he was playing, Drew Holiday, Julius Randle, when they had Mirotic, they had a squad. Eton Moore, they had a good squad. Giannis got Chris Middleton, Eric Bledsoe, and Brook Lopez. Yeah, the same Brook Lopez that was on the Lakers. The same Brook Lopez that was in with the Nets. But you telling me Giannis can elevate Chris Middleton, who was the 15th man on the Detroit Pistons? Eric Bledsoe that nobody wanted in LA and Phoenix, they got rid of him. You telling me that Giannis can take two castaways off and make it and got the number one record in the league, and Anthony Davis can't even get out the slums? Come on. Come on. And when he get over to LA and they don't win nothing, bring y'all ass back here. Because I said it first. One of the most overrated players I have ever seen. Brogdon is a good player. He is. He's not better than Drew Holiday. Neither is Chris Middleton, and neither is Eric Bledsoe. In the West, I ain't really thought about it. Who we got out West? I'm gonna go with the Nuggets. I'm gonna go with the Nuggets and the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference. Depending on how I play out. I like Oklahoma City. They need Roberson back. You know, they need to get one more player over there with them. You know, if they was able to get Kevin Durant over there, the Thunder win the championship next year. I mean, Kevin Durant in Portland would be a good look too. Kevin Durant, McCollum, and Durant. I mean, Damian Lillard. I want to see Damian Lillard get somebody over there with him. You know what I'm saying? I like Damian Lillard. Lakers should trade LeBron. He's slowing down. Oh, he ain't going nowhere, bro. I think the Lakers should focus on their future. You see what the Warriors made a decision to get rid of Monte Ellis. They took off. Yup. Monte Ellis was holding the Nuggets in Utah just started now. Harden went off tonight, too. I had him in FanDuel. Yep, I had him. You know, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Nuggets will beat the hell out of Portland. Only team that's gonna get a Nuggets problem is the Rockets. But I think that the Nuggets just too deep. Isaiah Thomas gonna be back. They get some when Jamal Murray ain't playing well. Jokic is too damn good. Will Barton is getting back. Gary Russell getting back in the. I mean Gary Russell. Gary Harris is getting back in the flow of things. That team is deep. Paul Millsap got some playoff experience. Damn, it'd be nice to bring Melo back, right? I think Melo career over with, but it'd be nice to bring Melo back over there. You know, to kind of go out with that team. But yeah, he got a no trade clause. I was just about to say that. LeBron got a no trade clause. Lakers almost played the playoff with Kuzma, Ball, and Ingram. They were just a couple of games away due to injury. That was Booth Jr. Not winning nothing with Russell on your team. I said that before, but I think he's starting to change. I think he's submitting to Paul George. He is. He really is submitting to Paul George. But let's talk about Kyrie Irving, man. Make sure I hit that like button too. Y'all think Kyrie Irving is hurting the Celtics? But my whole thing about the Kyrie Irving situation, y'all, is that Kyrie Irving and the Celtics was working good together last year. Remember before Kyrie Irving got injured, he was moving the ball. He was an MVP candidate. They was doing real well. You know what I'm saying? They moving the ball. Kyrie was sharing the ball. And at the end of the day, I think the worst thing that could have happened for the Celtics last year was Kyrie getting injured, they making that deep playoff run, and getting to the Eastern Conference. Now, they saying that Ricky, appreciating the super chat, my brother. Salute. They saying that Jaylen Brown Scary Terry Rozier feel like they should be kings. But come on, let's slow it down. Let's rewind it though. Wasn't Terry Rozier the same guy that went cold in the NBA playoffs? Wasn't Jaylen Brown the same guy that shot terrible in the Eastern Conference Finals in the Game 7? Both of them didn't show up. The only guy that really should be talking shit in Boston, about being hurt the most is Jason Tatum. It was a rookie who balled out against LeBron, banged on LeBron in Game 7, and balled out. Without Jason Tatum, they wouldn't even have been close. They wouldn't have been close. Don't forget that. Rozier and Brown, they didn't even show up. They didn't show up. Kyrie would have showed up Game 7 and they would have won. But now they think they big shit. Marcus Smart, he always had an attitude, even going back to Oklahoma State. And then the elephant in the room, Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward looked terrible this year. He broke his leg. Obviously, he looked terrible this year. And Gordon Hayward is a bigger problem than Kyrie is, because they don't want to just say, Gordon Hayward, just go home, rest your leg for the rest of the season. We'll keep you on the roster if we need you. Jaylen Brown, get in there. What they need is Brad Stevenson for it. He's trying to sit there. He's trying to accommodate everybody. You can't make everybody happy. You can't make everybody happy. You can't. You can't make everybody happy. He gonna have to get with a rotation and stick with it. It started with the coaching. You know what? Terry Rozier, you play your role. You're gonna come off the bench. You're gonna back up Kyrie. Marcus Smart, you're gonna play your role. You know what I'm saying? Gordon Hayward, you get to the end of the bench. I'm rolling with my 7. I'm going with Kyrie at the point, Jaylen Brown at the 2, Tatum at the 3, Horford in the middle, and I might just go with Baines next to Horford and let Morris come off the bench. Rockets ain't winning nothing, Corey Lee. You smoking moon rocks. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they get past the Nuggets, in my personal opinion. But that's what you got to roll with. And then you bring Morris, Smart, and Rozier off the bench. You can't play 10 players in the playoffs, especially. You can't go 10 deep. Gordon Hayward just need to heal up his leg, rest, rehabilitate in his own time, keep him at the end of the bench. You may need him, you may not need him. He's still not healthy. That was a gruesome injury. Paul George, it took him a season and a half to get over that injury. I'm talking about playing. So Gordon Hayward just needs to rehabilitate that and build his physical strength up, build the muscles around that leg up. He'd come back stronger. It just takes time. Kyrie is not the main problem with that team. The main problem with that team is, I'm going to tell you the 3 problems with that team before we get to Kyrie, and it's not specific order. The coach don't want to come up with a rotation. He don't want to say, Gordon Hayward, get your ass to the back. He don't want to give dudes specific roles. He might be scared of them niggas in the locker room. All we know, he might be scared of them. But you have to establish, if he establishes roles in that team, we'll be good. The second problem with the Boston Celtics is Terry Rozier think he a star. Jaylen Brown think he a star. Okay? The only star on that team outside of Kyrie Irving is Jason Tatum. He the only one that should be complaining. He the only one that should be complaining. Because where was Jaylen Brown in Game 7 last year in Eastern Conference Finals versus the Cavaliers? That motherfucker shot like 1 for 85. Terry Rozier, he didn't do nothing. Only guy that was balling out there was Jason Tatum. And he the one that took a monster step back. Jason Tatum is the one that's hurting the most. And Jason Tatum might be the most talented guy on the team. He got the most potential. He the only one that should be complaining. Because Rozier, Smart, Brown, all them dudes disappeared in Game 7. All them dudes, man, it's a mentality, dog. They got to play their role. All them dudes think they stars. You know what I'm saying? And Kyrie, let's talk about Kyrie and get to the 4 problem. Kyrie is a problem. Kyrie don't have no social skills, man. That him and LeBron don't have no social skills. They can't trade Gordon Hayward with that contract. He got to build his knee back up. They should have never got Gordon Hayward. They should have got Jimmy Butler, or they should have went to go get Paul George. But you know how I go in Boston though. They gotta have you gotta have that guy if you catch my drift. They could have got Paul George. They had the cap space to get all them guys. Imagine Paul George over there. What they really need to do is they really need to condense that team. To be honest, Kyrie gonna walk. I already know he gone. What they need to do at the trade deadline is condense that team and go get somebody. They really need to condense that team, bro. They really did. They really need to move smart. Rozier need to be moved. But they was thinking like Kyrie might not come back or this and that. They need to move Brown. They need to move smart. They need to get a real big man over there. They really needed Anthony Davis over there. But, it's a couple other guys they could have got. DeMarcus Cousins should have been over there. They could have got Cousins before Golden State got him. That's what they missing. They missing a big guy. Al Horford is a cool, he all right, big guy. But he ain't, Hayward, Cousins would have been a better look. Them playing together, but they got too many players over there. They got to trade some of them players, man. And who will be available? I don't know. I know Tobias is free agent, Jimmy Butler. Philadelphia might be interested in doing a sign and deal trade. But like I said before, Kyrie ain't got no social skills. None at all. He's not social. You could tell he get bothered by everything. Him and LeBron is the same type of way. They lack social skills. They don't know how to sit there and talk to people and communicate. And when you got two guys like that, you could tell that wasn't going to work. And when you got a guy like that in the locker room, I call LeBron and he's snitching on the players and shit like that. And niggas like, man, forget all that. Lord above, what's going on? They probably like, man, forget all that, man. We're going to do what we're going to do. It's a chemistry thing. It's chemistry with them. And Kyrie don't know how to alleviate the pain. Kyrie don't know how to be that Advil or Aleve. He don't know how to be that Adley. And he's sensitive. He is sensitive, man. You could just tell the way he agitated. He wears emotions on his face. He wears emotions on his sleeves too. His whole body language, his whole facial feature. Oh man, leave me alone. Remember he did the interview. He did the interview on ESPN when he went on First Take when he first went over to Boston. And Max Kellerman, he got mad at Max Kellerman because Max Kellerman was trying to get him to really talk about LeBron. And he was like, man, I'm just gonna see next year. He said you left LeBron James a great situation, but like I said before, he ain't a people person. And neither is LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? And that shit is underrated, man. Being able to have camaraderie. Leadership is underrated, man. Leadership is very, very underrated. And both LeBron and Kyrie lack leadership qualities and leadership ability. And it's a few guys out there that lack it. Paul George, he lacked some leadership in Indiana. So that's good with him playing with Russell Westbrook, excuse me. That's good for him. He ain't got to be the alpha male leader. Westbrook is going to be the leader. Paul George is he allowing Paul George to star. Chris Paul is a great leader. When it's time to lead, when winning time, we know James Harden not going to show up when it's time to win. But we do know if Chris Paul is available and healthy, Chris Paul, if he healthy, Chris Paul gonna take you through the fourth quarter. He gonna win. He gonna win you big games. Chris Paul is one of the most underrated clutch players I've seen. And we kind of get away from that comparison to Zeke. But Zeke was a big time player in big time moments too, and so is Chris Paul. Just that Chris Paul just get injured in those moments. He said playoff P gonna shrink like he did in PG. I don't think this year he'll shrink like that. I think this year he 100% healthy in his leg, and I just think he on another planet. And one thing about the Thunder, they defend. They added that Morris twin, Notice Noel. I don't think you're gonna get that again this year. I don't think so. I think Paul George is in suit up, boot up mode. I think he 100% comfortable in his role. And like I said before, with Melo over there last year, they wasn't 100% comfortable. Rockets missed Trevor Ariza, most definitely. He over there in Washington dying. He over Jokic with a nice pass. That boy Jokic bad. He a bad boy. You know what I'm saying? They just missing his defense, man. They missing a lot of things over there, but Like I said before, the Rockets, if this their last year to do it, but I don't think they're better than the Nuggets. You know, the Nuggets people look at it and say the Nuggets probably ain't got that playoff experience, but they so talented. They talented. And wait till they get Michael Porter Jr. back. I promise you Westbrook will mess it up. I promise you that. Well, it probably will, but I don't know, man. He letting Paul George do his thing, man. I think he's starting to figure it out. Portland is super deep with Rodney Hood and Ken. Rodney Hood suck. I can't stand Dookies, bro. Duke got some of the most overrated players of all fucking time. I wouldn't draft the Dookie if they said I had the Dookie. I can't stand Duke. RJ Barrett is trash. Let's talk about some shit before I get to Draymond. RJ Barrett is trash. I don't think Zion gonna be that good. The Detroit not gonna make the. They gonna make the playoffs. The Pistons gonna make it. Because everybody around the Pistons bullshit. And the Pistons gonna mess around and beat the Pacers. Watch what they get to that third, sixth spot, they gonna beat the Pacers. That's all you're gonna hear about is summertime. I don't like Portland. I don't like him and McCullum, man. I don't. Man, Pistons should have they should have traded that pick, man. Michael Porter Jr. come back. He just did a windmill the other day. He come back to the Nuggets next year. The Nuggets gonna have to trade somebody too. Because they got Isaiah Thomas. I know he a 1-year deal. They got the Plumlee brother over there coming off the bench. They got Trey Lyles from Kentucky. They got Gary Harris. They got Will Barton. They got the two young dudes, Beasley and Craig, and they got the other guy. The Nuggets legitimately got some starters that can start on multiple teams on their bench. They got to start and fit. They got to fit. They go 15 deep. Duke got the best players hands down. No, they don't. No, they don't. Every Dookie flopped. Jahlil Okafor, he flopped. You know what I'm saying? I'll get to that in another episode about the YouTube money. That's a totally different thing. Jahlil Okafor flopped. Jabari Parker flopped. Only Dookies I remember being good is Kyrie and Grant Hill. That's the only ones I remember being real good. Because Corey Maggette, he was all right. Elton Brand was all right. You know what I'm saying? But none of these dudes, they wasn't like they were supposed to be. Kentucky running circles around them. Shit, John Wall better than 90% of people that came out of Duke. DeMarcus Cousins better than mostly all of them, damn near. Cat, AD, right there. I ain't trying to hear that, man. Trash. Duke just got some trash. But you go to Duke, you probably gonna be trash in the league. You go to Duke, you gonna be trash in the league. I'm telling you that right now. Kyrie really didn't even go to Duke. What, he played like 8 games? Yeah, he played like 8 games. You tell me, who do you start naming Dookies that lived up to the hype? Because Parker, Okafor, Luke Kennard, I know from personal experience, he ain't doing shit in Detroit. Kyle Singler. You tell me what Dookie lived up. Grayson Allen. And he in the G League. He can't even get on the floor in Utah. He probably tripping people in the G League. Nolan was it Nolan Carroll? He played with the Blazers for a second. Now he coaching with the Duke. Sheldon Williams, trash. The other Plumlee, trash. Man, please, man. I don't think Zion gonna be that good, bro. I'm just gonna keep it real. I don't think Zion gonna be that good, bro. Oh, you say you agree with me? I don't think he gonna be that good. I like Ja Morant, man. Ja Morant is that guy, bro. He was on Zion AAU team. He was on Zion AAU team. I wouldn't take a Dookie, man. Please. I wouldn't take a Dookie and Dookie. them players ain't that good, bro. I'm telling you. I don't even like North Carolina players. Tyler's hands, bro. Remember him? Tyler Hands, bro. I mean, you gotta go back to Rasheed Wallace and Jerry Stackhouse and Vince Carter. You know, you gotta go back to them. I mean, who they had? Sean May. What's the Rashad McCann? Oh man, Brandon Ingram the work. Man, I can't stand Brandon Ingram, bro. I can't stand Brandon Ingram as a man. I mean, watching the Lakers, man. Man, I can't stand Brandon Ingram, bro. I just swear I wish he put some weight on, bro. I just swear he put some weight on, dog. For real, bro. For real. Raymond Felton, he might have been one of the better ones, bro. You know what I'm saying? When they got Justin Jackson in the league, man, yeah, man. Rashad McCants. No, like I said before, man, forget them. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a lot of programs that's producing players like that no more because a lot of these guys ain't staying 4 years no more in NCAA. A lot of these dudes in the NBA, they better athletes than the guys before them, but a lot of these dudes don't have the basic fundamentals. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the basic fundamentals. A lot of these dudes don't have all these big men don't have post moves or they don't want to play in the post, one of the two. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to play like a guard. Nobody want to. I think Grayson Allen in the game. Hold on, is that him in the game? Yeah, Grayson Allen in the game right now. Yeah, Tim Duncan was a dying breed. None of these dudes got basic fundamentals. A lot of these dudes don't. They don't work on their mid range game. The elbow jump shot is going. The running off screens like Rip Hamilton and Reggie Miller is gone. A lot of the basic principles of motion and picking and off ball picks and pick and pop. A lot of the basic shit. A lot of the basic shit is gone in NBA. A lot of these dudes don't work on the bank shot. A lot of these dudes don't work on the drop step. They don't work on. They got a post move. They don't work on a counter post move to that post move. A lot of things is basic is gone. Even the basic free throw shot is gone. You know, dudes don't use the elbow no more. They don't play high low post. They don't go to the high post and run motion behind the high post. Or it's a lot of things of basic basketball that used to go down 10, 20, 30 years ago, probably 20, 30 years ago. It's more coaching than fundamental. Everybody want to dunk and shoot the three, but the real fundamental basketball is in between the three and in the paint. You know, the mid range to the paint. Jokic is very fundamentally sound. You know, Carl Anthony Towns, Anthony Davis has the ability to do that, but a lot of it is coaching. Because when it was a big man's league, Hakeem Olajuwon dominated the paint, Patrick Ewing dominated the paint, Alonzo. If you dominate the paint on both sides of the court, your team was a playoff team. You know, Shaq was a guy that pretty much dominated on both sides. You know, Hakeem, Patrick, and a lot of them dudes outside of Shaq was able to morph their game from 10 to 15 feet. And that was their ability to, they double in the post. You know what? I'll go ahead and shoot this little short 10-footer. So, that's the difference. Heart and soul production salute. That's the difference. That's the name of the game. The closer you are to the basket, the more higher percentage you got to make it. You got point guards shooting 60% from the free throw line. That's crazy. And the game is changing to be more about being athletic, but that's the difference. That's the difference that I'm talking about. When I speak from an old school perspective, people say, well, Larry Bird couldn't play in today's game. He too slow. It wasn't about being fast or slow for Larry Bird. He was crafty. Like Paul Pierce was crafty. They were so fundamentally sound and so skilled, they had to be the fastest up and down the court. Because you know what? Oh, Larry Bird couldn't guard this guy. LeBron ain't guard nobody. James Harden ain't guard nobody. You ain't got the guard in today's NBA game. You ain't got the guard in today's NBA game. So, back in the day, the Celtics and the Pistons play defense. They can get up on you. They can hurt you before the flagrant got put in. They can smack your arm. They can elbow you to the chest. So Larry Bird was accustomed to physicality. Now you can't touch Larry Bird. Hey man, Larry Bird would be the craftiest joker in the league. You thought Dirk Nowitzki was a bad motherfucker. Excuse my language. Larry Bird was a bad joker. Because Larry Bird can pass the rock. Larry Bird can pass out the triple threat. Larry Bird can dribble out the triple threat. Larry Bird can score out the triple threat. They don't even do the triple threat no more. You know, a lot of people don't even know what the triple threat is. You know what I'm saying? Larry Bird with the triple threat. Larry Bird got the rebound, got the ball high, outlet pass, perfect outlet pass. Larry Bird see the double team going. Larry Bird throw it over the back of his head. Perfect pass to Mikal Parrish, easy done. Basic fundamental plays, man. Them dudes were very, very skillful. You say you faster, you quicker, that's cool. But when it comes down to playoff basketball in the half court, you come down to half court basketball in the playoffs, Larry Bird, Magic, Kareem, Worthy, Lambeer, Vinny, Isaiah, Dr. J, George Gervin, the Iceman, salute. All them dudes were skillful. Remember Ralph Sampson before he got injured? All these dudes were skillful. You know, half court basketball wasn't the issue. That's why they didn't get up the court and jack up threes, because they can play half court basketball. Gasol Bonner were the last big man to dominate like that on the inside. Trying to think. You might be right. I wouldn't even say Gasol was dominant. Yeah, he was. Especially when he was at Memphis. He was dominant, you know. But like I said today, Shaq in this game today, Shaq could be a problem. Yeah, stats are inflated today, man. But remember back in the 80s, man, I mean, the Pistons was the best defensive team, and they was averaging 110. They was averaging 110 points a game with defense. Remember the old Nuggets games? The old Nuggets games, they would be 130, 148. Back in the day, before they started hand checking and all, they were scoring 120, 30 game without getting to the free throw line 1,000 times. I like Mitchell Robinson. I had him in FanDuel today. He didn't get 60 like he did the other day, 60 in fantasy points. I like Mitchell Robinson. That boy can defend the rim. I ain't gonna acknowledge Fred Jackson comment talking about Kwame Brown. But like I was saying, man, a lot of them dudes, man, they were skillful in the art of being skillful, the art of the post, the art of the triple threat, the art of the high post, the art of the motion offense, the old Bobby Knight, the Princeton offense. A lot of times the NBA don't run offense no more. The offense is ISO, dribble, 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 dribble. I mean, even the pick and roll has decreased this year. Now I went a period without watching basketball in January and some of February, but from November to January, about the January mark, I watched the pick and roll decrease. I watched the pick and pop decrease. I watched offenses just go ISO, top of the key. It's crazy that I'm a historian of basketball. Basketball was my first love, so I was the most fundamental player you probably will ever have seen when I hoop. You know what I'm saying? But the art of fundamentals is down, man. It's down. It's worse than it's ever been. These dudes don't have no fundamentals. They don't even have a drop step, catch it, short hook. They don't even have an old shimmy turnaround gun. These dudes get in the paint and they can't even make strong moves. They get the rebound, and now you got guys getting the rebound, bringing the ball. You got 7-footers getting the ball off the glass, bringing the ball down to their chest and down to their stomach in between your legs. You taught to get the rebound, keep it above your head, look for the outlet or look for the ball handler. They're not even like basic fundamentals. They're not doing no more. Everybody want to sit there, warm up at these basketball games, do a step back three, and all this other stuff. But if you were just fundamentally sound, if you develop your game from the inside out, telling what these dudes would be doing. That's how you develop a basketball player. If I was after 2 minutes to do, damn. All right, I'm gonna have to go check that out, bro. I'm gonna check that out. But I don't know. Maybe you two fucking with me. Yeah, I'll go check that out. Give me a minute. Yeah, but give me 1 minute. I don't know. Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna be right back. Let me check that shit out real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna have to re-upload, man. I don't know what's going on with the situation, man. I'm gonna have to go check that video out again. So give me a minute. I'm gonna have to fix it, man. I don't know, man. YouTube be bullshit, man. They be bullshitting. I was checking that shit out the other day, man. I don't know what's going on, but it is what it is, man. Let me see what I got going on, and I'll try to make sure I make that accommodation and fix that video getting going mute. Y'all know how it is on YouTube, man. But he said Steph Curry kind of ruined basketball for the new generation. Yeah, at least he innovated some things though. But yeah, I heard that Draymond Green he fired old BJ Armstrong. He used to play for the Bulls back in the day. As his agent, he hired Clutch Sports, LeBron joint. Talking about he may be leaving Golden State Warriors, but I don't think that he gonna get the money that he once deserved. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he gonna get that money that he once deserved. That he thought he gonna get the max because this year Draymond Green has been terrible. Draymond has been 100% terrible with the Golden State Warriors. Like it's at the point where I don't understand why they didn't trade him to Phoenix for Trevor Ariza. But obviously, he kind of pestered Kevin Durant and said, we don't need you here, and he gonna be responsible for Kevin Durant leaving, and he gonna want a max deal, but he's not a max player, and he can go to LA with LeBron. He really can. All Draymond Green do is cry on the court anyway. He can't hit a jump shot. He been terrible ball handling. I don't know what's going on with Draymond Green, but really, he playing like a. I think Kyle Kuzma better than him this season. To be real, they trying to get Draymond Green to LA, and they ain't gonna help shit. I just thought Draymond Green was overrated as a defender anyway, as overrated as general. I didn't see that, but it is what it is with Draymond, man. Like I said before, I remember the Pistons about to offer him a max deal. He went back to the Golden State Warriors, but I don't see him being this great defender like people say he is, man. When I see great defenders, I think about like Rodman, Pippen, Jordan, Gary Payton, and even Jason Kidd when he was with Phoenix and Dallas for a minute. He was a really good defender. So, it is what it is. He move on, man. He move on. If you stay with Golden State, he probably stay. But we'll see. Maybe Kevin Durant is hurt, and DeMarcus Cousins is making him feel uncomfortable, and they hurting his game. So we'll check it out, man. But yeah, let me jump off and fix this audio issue in this other video. I appreciate everybody for checking in. Um, I want to get to one more of these this week, so be on the lookout. Make sure you hit the bell icon button, subscribe button. I definitely gonna get to another hip hop 101 this week, and maybe another NBA 101. I'm not sure if I get to another YouTube builder, but I made sure I hit all those live streams I was supposed to do this week. So anything else should be a bonus. I appreciate everybody for checking in. And King Joe Gaming, he's definitely in for a rude awakening to talk about Draymond Green. Hopefully everybody have a blessed night. Y'all know what it is. We gone.